Darius Cole stepped off the escalator into the buzzing terminal of Chicago International Airport. He looked like any regular passenger: hoodie, backpack, phone in hand, but there was something off in his eyes. Sharp. Almost calculating. He walked past coffee stands and souvenir shops, glancing at signs like he was searching for someone. But no one came to greet him. He pulled out his phone and dialed. "I just landed. Where are you?" There was silence on the other end. Then, a robotic-sounding woman replied, "This number is no longer in service." He stared at his phone, confused. That wasn't possible. He had spoken to her just yesterday. Darius headed toward baggage claim but stopped mid-step. Something felt wrong. His flight had been delayed. Or had it? In another corner of the airport, TSA officer Melinda James frowned at her monitor. A passenger had reported a suspicious man wandering near the exit doors. Melinda reviewed the footage. It showed a man arriving alone, wearing a dark hoodie, pausing near gate 14. He looked like he was waiting. Then he vanished into the crowd. She zoomed in on his face. "Hold on," she muttered, then called the police unit stationed inside the airport. "I need a visual confirmation on a male passenger seen entering the terminal 20 minutes ago. Dark hoodie, about 6 feet tall, black male. Gate 14. Roger that. We'll check the arrival manifest," the voice responded. The officer on the line called back 5 minutes later, sounding puzzled. "There's no record of any man named Darius Cole on any incoming flights in the last hour. In fact, that gate hasn't had a landing since noon. It's now 4:47 p.m. Melinda paused. "I just saw him on camera. He arrived. Walked in like any normal passenger. Ma'am, that flight doesn't exist." Meanwhile, Darius sat at a small cafe, scanning faces. A woman walked by. He blinked. She looked exactly like his mother, who had died 10 years ago. He stood up, stunned, and called out, "Mom?" The woman turned, looked confused, and walked away. Darius suddenly felt dizzy. The overhead announcements echoed like whispers. His phone buzzed. It was an unknown number with a chilling message, "Stop looking." His heart raced. He looked up at a nearby TV. The news was showing a breaking alert. A man who vanished during an international flight last year has reportedly been spotted at Chicago International. The anchor paused. The man's name is Darius Cole. Within minutes, airport police surrounded the terminal. They were searching for a man who technically never landed. Melinda pulled up a deeper scan. She zoomed in on the footage again and enhanced the face. That's him. Same guy from the missing persons report last year. He vanished mid-flight. They never found his body. The room fell silent. How is he on camera now? Darius headed to the bathroom, feeling lightheaded. In the mirror, his face looked off, like a version of him that wasn't fully real. He reached into his bag and found a flight ticket. It was old, faded, and dated exactly 1 year ago, the same day he had boarded Flight 739 to New York. That flight had disappeared mid-air during a storm. No survivors. No wreckage. No black box. Suddenly, the bathroom lights flickered. A man in a black suit entered, no badge, no ID. You weren't supposed to return, Darius. Who are you? Darius asked. You were lost between worlds. When you reappeared, you triggered a security breach. We're here to correct it. The man moved closer. Darius bolted out of the restroom, heart racing. He ran through the terminal, now flooded with police. There. That's him? Someone yelled. Cameras turned. Lights flashed. But as officers reached for him, Darius vanished. Melinda watched live footage, shocked. He had just vanished again. She played the feedback. 4:46 p.m. Darius walks in. 4:50 p.m. Darius disappears. 4:52 p.m. Darius walks in again. Wait, rewind that, she said. It looped. He was stuck in a pattern. Back in a quiet, frozen corridor of the airport, the lights dimmed. Darius stood facing himself. His reflection in the glass wasn't copying his movements. What am I? He whispered. The reflection smiled. You're what's left when time forgets you. Suddenly, everything clicked. Darius hadn't survived that flight, but something or someone had rebuilt parts of his memory. His return triggered airport systems that couldn't explain a man who never landed. The next day, news reported no such man was found. No footage remained in the airport's records. Gate 14 had mysteriously shut down due to maintenance. But on one screen, hidden deep in the terminal's server, a single image flickered every hour: Darius Cole, walking in from Gate 14. Still arriving. Over and over again.